Assalamu alaikum, myself Akib Faiyaz Fahim, and I'm a trainee of IsDB-BISEW IT scholarship program. In this video, I will present my project, which is food delivery system. In this project, I try to cover almost all the main features and business logics here. Let's start with the user roles. I have 4 types of user roles here: customers, riders, restaurant owners, which has multiple restaurants under a restaurant owner, and lastly, the admin panel. So let's explore all the user interfaces. Let's start with the admin panel. Here is my dashboard. We can see all the stats here, like total orders, total revenue, total customers, and then the average rating of all the restaurants under my company, and then other stats. Then here we can see all the charts, sales charts, order status charts, and then monthly revenue chart, and then the most frequently ordered menu items chart. And then here we have city-wise customer and order chart here. We can see all the orders by their city. Then here we have a rider panel. We can see available riders here. I don't have any now. Then we can see the review section. We can see all the reviews here and the trending menus. Next, we have pending approval requests. Here, when the other admin will create restaurants, we can see here, and the super admin can verify it by clicking this. So here it is, the orders. Then we have analytics. Here's the monthly order by a graphical presentation. Then we have a user section here. We can see all the user by their roles and their status. We can create users. Here is my customer section. We can see all the customers here, and we can see loyalty points and the tier, bronze, silver, and gold. We can add loyalty points. Basically, the loyalty points add when a customer orders something. The loyalty points basically depend on the total spent, and by them the tier changes. Then we have the restaurant section. Here we can see all the restaurant location of my company, the vendors basically. Then we have all the restaurants here, and we can search them. We can add new restaurants by pinning their locations. Then we can see the menus here. We can add menu. Then here the order section. We can see all the orders here and see the details. Here's the delivery information and all the details. Then we can see an active cart section. Basically, when a customer adds something in the cart, we can see it here. We can see the detail of that cart. We can send notification to the customer and also clear the cart. Then we have a review coupon section. We can see all the customer reviews here. And then the charts. Here we can manage coupons, like we can create coupons. I'm creating a one. Discount value 20%, then minimum order, and it is the maximum use limit. We can set the timer. Here the coupon has been created. So here we can see the users chart. Then we have profile section. Basically, I'm logging in with the super admin and see all the permissions. We can see all the informations here, can edit them. So next to the payroll and finance, I will explain it in depth in the last of the video. Then we have a rider section. The restaurant owner panel. Here is the restaurant owner panel. We can see all the restaurant owners detail here. here is the payout. Basically, when they got any order, after cutting out the VAT tax and the commission of the company, rest of the amount adds here. That's basically the payout. Then we have a lot of restaurant section here. This is the restaurant of that owner. You can see the detail and the order of that restaurant here. When a new order will occur, we can see here, we can turn off and on the restaurant. We can see the menus here. The owner can add any new menu here. There is the today's order, revenue and pending order. Here is my rider section. So we can see all the details here. This is the wallet. Basically, when a rider will complete a cash and delivery, so the amount will be added here. And then after completing his shift, the company will collect this amount from the rider. So this is the section where the assigned order will be visible. And then we have a toggle button, which can make the rider online and offline. When the rider will make their status online, if there is no shift on that day, the shift will be created. And if he has any, then the existing shift will be restarted. So let's start and make the rider online. So we make the rider online and then refresh it. So here it is. We can see the shift here, the detail of the shift. So in this button, we can make the rider offline and make their shift end by themselves. And lastly, I have handled an unexpected situation, like if the rider forget to make themselves offline, the system will count their last status as break. But if the rider couldn't come before the 2 hour of grace time, the last active status will be the shift end time. Basically, the rider will be shift ended by the system. So let's jump to the main section, which is the customer panel. This is the main landing page of my company. Here people can order. We can see the categories. We can navigate restaurant by the category. So now, after that, we can see the most popular items here. After that, we can see the most popular restaurants. Then we can see the location we are giving our service. Let's go to an individual restaurant. This is the interface of an individual restaurant. So we can see the detail of that restaurant here, the special offers, their menus by their categories. After that, we have a review section. We can see all the review of that restaurant here, their commitments, and we can navigate their location by using the Google map. Let's order. Okay, we have to log in before adding something in the cart. So let's register. Here we can register with this detail, or we can use Auth2 in Google and GitHub. Let's log in. We can also log in with username, password, or Auth2. I'm logging with the Google. I have logged in successfully. So here we can upload a picture. Then we can track our order. This is the last order. We can see the details of that order here. Then go to my order. Here it is, my all orders and their details. We can see the details. Then the support option. Here we can see all the frequently asked questions. Let's order now. Successfully added. We can increase or decrease the amount of the menu. Let's process checkout. So here we can pin our exact location by using this map. Then we have to give our address here, their city, then the delivery type we want, then the special instructions. We can select the payment method. Let's add a coupon that we created earlier, this one. Let's apply. So we got the discount 100 taka. So let's place the order. The order successfully placed. So we can see the order in the restaurant dashboard now in BFC. Okay, we got the order. So now the restaurant owner can see the pending order here. So restaurant owner can now accept or reject the order. Let's accept the order. So I want to see the real-time notification. So here, let's see. Okay, successfully notify the rider in real time that he has been assigned an order. So now rider can see the detail of that order here. By using this button, rider can confirm the arrival in this restaurant. So now the restaurant owner can mark the food as ready after preparing it. Successfully marked. So it was also notified. So now the rider can make the order as pickup after reaching the restaurant. So now the restaurant owner can see the detail of the order and can print the thermal receipt here. So here it is, the thermal receipt that will be attached with the food. Now the rider can navigate to the restaurant by using this map. This is the location of the restaurant. So the customer also notified in real time. So here it is, the detail, the OTP has been generated. The customer can see the location of the rider here and can see all the details and can call the rider. So after that, the rider successfully picked the food. So the order updated out for delivery. Now this OTP have to give the rider to complete the order. So here the rider have to put the OTP. Without OTP, the order cannot be completed. And here the rider can navigate to the customer. Let's make the order successfully delivered. Okay, confirm delivery complete. So the delivery completed successfully. So now we can see all the details here. Okay. Now the customer can give review on this order. I'm making a review. The review has been completely saved to the restaurant. Let's see. Yes, we can see the order here, the review of this order. Let's navigate to the, here we can see the pending payouts. After completing the order, the profit amount has been added successfully in the pending payout. Here is the detail. So the company will pay this amount to the restaurant owner. Let's see the rider dashboard. Here the cash on delivery amount added successfully. So the company can collect this from the rider. So the one delivery successfully. So now we can make the rider in shift. After that we can see all the detail of that shift ended successfully. Let's see. Okay, now after refreshing we can see that the amount rider earned from this shift and the detail of this shift are showing here. And after shift end, the amount from here the admin will collect. Here it is, the wallet amount. So after shifting we can receive this amount by this button. Like this we can also see the restaurant payouts. Let's cross check it. Here the amount is same, so we can pay the amount in partial or we can pay the full amount here. Okay, so after paying the amount we can see it on the finance. We got the payment and their detail. In the same way also we can pay the rider collection by receiving it. Let's receive it. Okay, after receiving, the wallet becomes 0 and we got the payment here, the detail, cash and their detail. And we can generate receipt, payout vendor receipts copy, and this is the company copy with their signature. This is the payrolls. We can see all the rules we applied in the shift. We can see all the rules here. Then we can edit them and change them. So let's see the shifts. Here we can see all the shifts of the riders and their details, their starting time, total hours. Let's see the detail of the shift. We can see the starting time, end time, and complete order, and the most working time, and their delivery bonus and hourly paid amount. So let's navigate to the salary. So here we choose November. Here's the salary of November of, let's see, December. So let's generate it. Okay, basically the system will generate it automatically, but for showing purpose I made this button. So let's generate it. Okay, successfully generated the December's salary. So here we can see the salary, which is unpaid, 55 taka, and their detail. So let's make sure it is working or not. So see all the, so we will fetch the details of December. Okay, this is the shifts of December. So we can see 32 and 23, 55. So it is successfully done. So we can see all the details. We can pay by this button. So now we can see the breaking hour and the work hour of this month. So let's pay. Okay, paid successfully. So this is also has been shown in the finance. So we can also generate the slip of it. So we can see the stats, total revenue, customer payments, rider collections, and rider salaries, and the restaurant payouts. And let's see the rider section. Okay, here we can see the online riders here. Let's make it online. Okay, now we can see, so the rider has been online available. So basically here the unassigned order will show here. So let's make a situation of it. I made a situation that this order not been assigned to anyone because of every rider is offline now. So I will assign it by using drag and drop. So make it online. So okay, now I will assign this order to this rider by drag and drop. Okay, busy. So let's check it is working or not. So okay, it successfully worked. The rider has been assigned to this order. We can see that. Okay, so basically this is all about my project.